Welcome to today's edition of BDTV Match Center. Here with me is Waka Ibrahim, a regular host. It's nice to have you.
Well, thank you for having me once again, Today
you are the last man standing. So we strictly going to talk about the WAFCON ongoing in Morocco. Against all odds, our darling Super Falcons are through to the finals. You know, when the tournament first started, after their first game, a lot of Nigerians did not believe or have that hope that, okay, this team can get even to the knockout stage, not talk of getting to the finals. But, you know, the girls have proved all critics wrong, and now they are playing the finals. And the interesting part is that they are playing against the host nation, Morocco. Ibrahim, what can you say about the Super Falcons performance so far?
I'd say that it's surprising, especially if you look at the lineup that the manager has been, playing out since the competition started. You see your regular culprit of Assistant Oshoala starting from the bench, and even going into the semi-final game, so many critics were saying that they expect Oshoala to start, being that she has been there, done that, won the African Best Female Player a couple of times. So, but the manager, in his best wisdom, has proven that he has a team, not just an individual brilliance or anything of that sort. That he has a team that can compete without the people you'd expect to start. So I'd say Nigeria has done very well going to this competition, especially now find ourselves in the finals playing against the host nation. So it's a big one. It's the type you'd expect Nigeria to be year in, year out, and at any AFCON female competition. We currently lead when it comes to the number of trophies won at the same competition. That you'd expect Nigeria to be getting to at least a semi-final, if not the final. And now we're in the final, so we expect a very wonderful, beautiful game from the Super Falcons.
Wow, interesting. You mentioned about the coach taking some bold tactical decision in resting some key players, and one of them is our own Assistant Oshoala, who has won, the CAF Women's Award several times. Do you think it was easy for the coach to have made that decision? Because it's not easy. It's the biggest. Oshoala is like the biggest player in that tournament. But again, it's like the coach bowed to pressure and like, okay, in the semi-final, I think he tried it against Zambia. It paid off. He did the same thing against South Africa. It paid off. He gave the young lads the opportunity to explore. And do you think that's really paid off?
Yes, I think it did, and I think it will surely do going into the final too, because if you look at it, Oshoala is no longer younger, in her 30s. I think just celebrated her 30th birthday recently, and you also look at the fact that we have hungry players who wants to put their name on a global scale. They want people to know who they are, and if you also look at the fact that Oshoala is now in the US, is playing in the US, and you and I know that when a player moves to the US, when you play top level football, when you're moving to the US, it's either you're going there for retirement, pension, whatever word you want to use. And I feel these are some of the reasons why the manager took those decisions, trying fresh legs, trying new names, trying players who are hungry for glory. So Oshoala could literally just be the joker in the team, where when it's not going our way, you bring her on, let her do her magic, and then see where it takes the team. But so far, it has paid off, and kudos to the manager for taking that decision, because I can assure you it's not easy putting some of your best players on the bench and starting fresh legs, people who literally we've not heard anything about prior to this competition.
Okay, interesting. And looking at the Super Falcons journey to the finals, they are like the most, I'm not trying to say, because if you look at the stats, they scored 11 goals. And the only time they've not even considered any goal in open play, because the goal they considered was against South Africa and it was a penalty.
Yeah.
And they've scored 11 goals so far. They have, in terms of the stats, in terms of attack, defense, and all of that. Do you think this stats would be like an advantage for the Super Falcons playing against Morocco? Because Morocco side to the score, Super Falcons to the score, but they defend very well. Do you think that going through these finals, this would be like an added advantage for the team.
Well, I think it will be an added advantage because having one of the best attack currently in the competition and also the best defense, it goes a long way.
And you have the best goalkeeper.
Best goalkeeper. So it's a no-brainer when you have all of this in place. You are disciplined at the back. You're also disciplined going forward. It shows that the team is playing as a team again, not as not depending on individual brilliance. Anybody could score as many goals as possible. You get to the ball, you kick it in. So Morocco is not a small team, and seeing that they are also the host nation, and this will be their second or third finals at this competition, and they've never won it. Nigeria is also going for, so it's a record-breaking final. Anybody that wins that competition is breaking a record. It's either Nigeria is getting a 10th trophy or Morocco is getting a first. So either way is a lot to go for, and I believe they'll give us a very beautiful game come Saturday.
Yeah, let's look at the Moroccan side. Currently, they have the top scorer there, Chibak. Their captain. They have a very good squad again, and they are being coached by a Spanish coach. And our own coach is, I don't like to use the word local. It's an indigenous coach. Yeah. So because most matches like that are being won on the bench. Aside the home fans rooting for the home side to win. But if you look at the technicality, it's like maybe do you think the Spanish coach that is handling the Moroccan side, has more experience, more exposure compared to our own, Justin Magu, as regards to the final, because how would that play out in the finals?
Well, I genuinely do not think that should affect the team, the spirit of the team, because this is not the first international manager that the coach will be beating or will be playing at the competition. And you also saw that this is also not the first North African country that Nigeria will be playing. As a matter of fact, from our group, we have Algeria and Tunisia, I think, in the same group. And Nigeria came first. So this shouldn't be a challenge for Nigeria, other than the fact that exactly, other than the fact that the pressure of being in the final, anything aside the pressure of being in the final is just a noise. Being a foreign manager should not affect the team. They've scored 11 goals, considered less than 2. So I believe the team has what it takes to play against Moroccan side. Yes, the noise from the home fans will also play a major role. Will be a major pointer in the game. But we've been there, we've done that. Some of the players playing now, they've won it before, so it shouldn't be a problem. As a matter of fact, I believe the experience in the team is enough to ginger the team to beating the Moroccan side. So, but it's a game of football and anything can happen. However, we'll be rooting for a Nigerian win.
Yeah, rooting for a Nigerian win. Most especially they call it Mission X, rooting for the 10th WAFCON. Let's look at some of the players that have been exceptional. The likes of Rashidat Ajibade has been very, very exceptional. These are 4 lines. Chiwendu, Nyazo. In fact, it's like the revelation of the tournament. And against South Africa, I see South Africa game as our toughest game so far. And you saw that moment of magic, especially from our defender, Alozie. And, going to this final, do you think this could be a tournament for Rashidat Ajibade?
Yes, it should be. She's played alongside some of the greats. She's played even alongside Oshuala, and you could see she played Atletico Madrid, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so you see she's spectacular. She plays beautiful football. You want her on the side, at the middle. She gives her all, and this should be her time to shine. And I believe she will also give her all playing against the Moroccan side. And yes, I believe she should be able to get all glory by the end of that final.
Wow, interesting. And I also see this as a revenge for both teams. Falcons were knocked out by Morocco in the last edition in the semi-finals. Now they are meeting again in not even in the finals. And if you look at the two sides, people will say, Morocco need it more. They've not won it at all. Others will say, no, these Super Falcons are chasing record. Like you said, it's a final of records. And your final submission, well, you're in Nigeria, you want to say, okay, Nigeria will win. So what would you say is the final score for the both sides? Do you see the game going to extra time?
I actually see the game ending 90 minutes. A 2-1 victory for Nigeria. So, you know, because you look at our trajectory coming into the finals. We've scored 11 goals. We've played big teams, not just rubber stamp teams. We play South Africa, Algeria, Tunisia. Then you play Zambia. Zambia should have been our toughest test, and we won.
Zambia, yes, clear cut.
Clear cut. It was a roller coaster. It was a walk in the park for Nigeria. So, and then we played South African team that was also good. And if you look at the WAFCON, officially only 3 teams have won it. That's Nigeria, Equatorial Guinea, and South Africa.
South Africa, yes.
And now we beat that South African team coming to the final. So Nigeria should not have any issue with playing the Moroccan side, other than the fact that they are the home, they are the home team, if you want to put it that way. They are hosting this competition. They have the home fans. They have the crowd to themselves. However, we have the spirit of already having a 9 trophy coming into this competition, and Nigeria should be able to make it 10 by the end of that game.
So you feel that the Super Falcons are more experienced entering into this final?
Exactly. I think this is the second final for Morocco.
If you check Moroccan football, their football have grown over the year, in the last 2-3 years.
So the growth, I think the growth in their football is nothing compared to when we have with Super Falcons. We might not have a team when it comes to our league football for females, for women. However, when you assemble the Super Falcons, there's a spirit that comes with it, and we have players who have played globally. The US, Europe, Asia, they are there. Mention it. Then not just playing in these countries. You have players who has played for Barcelona, who had played for Barcelona,
yes,
Atletico Madrid, and the likes. Leon, you get. So I think because we have the experience from coming into this game, players who've played in Europe Champions League, the UEFA Champions League, the CAF Champions League, bringing them together to come play against the Moroccan side, I feel and I believe genuinely that we should be taking out victory by the end of that game.
Wow, Brian, so confident. So I am too. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a patriotic Nigerian. So hello viewers. I hope you guys are. The game comes up tomorrow by 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Please go out there, tune into your TV station, support the Super Falcons for their mission to win the 10th WAFCON title. This is all we can offer you today. We hope you've enjoyed the show. We hope to bring to you, more interesting, edition next week. Stay tuned. Thank you. Ryan, thank you for having you.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers.